Sai Ram to yet another episode of learning, having our own reflections from bhajans. And today's bhajan is Gowrinathaya Vishwanathaya. As we go ahead in this bhajan, so we understand Gowrinathaya Vishwanathaya is uh, describing the Lord of the universe as a consort of Gauri, and Natha is also depicting the protector role. Vishwanathaya, the one who protects the entire universe, right? And Sai Nathaya Namah Shivaya, the form that we call as Sai, the form that we call as Sai, also being a protector, Sai Nathaya Namah Shivaya. Please take my pranams. The third line, a beautiful line, says Gunatitaya Gunadharaya. Gunatitaya. Gunam is a quality or an attribute. So as human beings, we have many qualities. As a specific person, you have a certain set of attributes about yourself. There are various qualities existing in the universe. Gunam is an attribute. Atitaya. So the Lord, the divinity is beyond all these qualities, is absolutely equanimous, if you can think of it. Zero state. Divinity is being at zero state, either pumping up at the positive qualities or pulling itself down at the negative qualities. Absolutely zero state. Divinity is at zero state. So it is beyond all these qualities. Yet, Gunadharaya. Yet, this same divinity, this same Sainathaya is Adhara, is the base of all the gunas. If the divinity was not there, we would not have felt bliss. If divinity was not there, we would not have experienced happiness. If divinity was not there, we wouldn't even know what all these various emotions are, what all the various qualities are, be it sadness or sorrow or anxiety or panic. Every emotion is a form of divinity. Just that how you reflect upon that emotion and how you reflect upon the situation that created the emotion, how you reflect upon what you are carrying inside of you that triggered you to show that emotion, that is a different subject. But every emotion, every feeling, every thought is very much a form of divinity, is divine. So, divinity that is beyond all the qualities, as well as the same divinity that is a base, that is a foundation, that is a very foundation of every quality in this universe. Without the presence of that divine nature of that divinity, we don't have anything in this universe. The next line goes like this: Kala Kalaya Kala Titaya. Kala is time. Kala Kalaya. So the embodiment of time. Yet Kala Titaya. Atita is again going beyond time. Divinity is not limited to time. The human being, the physical frame is limited to time. Divinity is not limited to time. It is beyond time. So you see during the Kurukshetra war, while the war is going on, by the side, Lord Krishna is kind of giving the Gita Upadesha to Arjuna. So what happened right at that point of time? How did the divine nature, how did divinity, how did Lord Krishna manage to handle the war by one side and then make Arjuna understand the Gita? It's not just about I'm kind of speaking or blabbering and then there is no recipient. Arjuna actually understood everything and there were realizations, there was transformation, right? So how did Lord Krishna manage to do this? Kalatitaya. God is beyond time. Divinity is beyond time. Time can expand, time can shrink when the divine wills. However, divine wills, time can behave so, time can act so. So basically, time was frozen for the other people who were participating in the war, and time expanded for Arjuna to understand the Gita Upadesha. Right? So, Kalatitaya, Divinity is beyond time. God is beyond time. Yet, Kala Rupaya. Rupam is a form. So you have a name and form for yourself, right? A physical frame has a form. Now, can time have a form? God is that very form of time. Time is God. God is time. God is beyond time. God is the very form of time. Right? So when God wills it has to be 6 p.m., it will be 6 p.m. When God wills it has to be 10 p.m., it will be 10 p.m. Whatever divine wills will happen in the universe. And however it is happening, the humans have created laws. And we kind of understood it as the universe acts according to these laws. It could be scientific laws, it could be universal laws, it could be magnetic laws, it could be electromagnetic laws, whatever it is, the laws that humans have comprehended and discovered. But the earth, or however the universe is not running according to these laws that have been perceived by humans, but it is the universe is running according to the divine will. It is divine will that is required, that matters for anything to move, for anything to exist, be it animate or inanimate object. Anything to exist at any given time and place, there has to be divine will. Going to the next line, Prema Rupaya Partivasaya. Prema Rupaya, the very form of love. So, love is an emotion. You feel it, you experience it, you feel happy when you receive it, you feel happy when you share it, all that is fine. But if you can give a form to love, that is the very Lord, that is the very divine avatar, and that is the one, our very sweet Swami who lives in Parthi. Sai Nathaya Namah Shivaya. That's about this bhajan where divinity is explained using the very mundane attributes, qualities and time that we come across in our everyday life. But divinity is very much that. The first step is to realize that yes, time is God, and the next step is to realize that God is beyond time. It is not just that this moment is God, but God is beyond time. God cannot be limited to time. God cannot be limited to a specific quality. He's beyond all these qualities. He's beyond all the gunas. Yet, He is the base of all the gunas. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for listening until here. And we'll meet in the next podcast coming up for another bhajan, a reflection from another bhajan. Thank you. Sai Ram.